Welcome to our podcast. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome back to Teenagers 2 Cents with M
and Skipper.
So we have an apology to give.
Oh my god.
We are so sorry that we haven't uploaded in a long time.
Yeah.
We don't have an excuse. We've just been a little
lazy. Yeah,
lazy.
We just like refused, or I guess I just refused to record. I'm just tired sometimes. I don't know. But yeah, basically, I guess we're changing our schedule. It's not going to be every Friday. It's just going to be whenever we upload.
Just whenever be whenever we feel like it.
Yeah. Okay. So you want to talk about today's topic?
Yes. So today we're doing a special Pride episode in honor of June, which is
Pride Month. God, that's so dumb. Okay.
So, we could talk about our identities.
Yeah, first we're gonna talk about our identities.
So I am bisexual. This is M talking, by the way. I am bisexual and I am non-binary and I go by they, them.
This is Skipper talking now, obviously. I'm queer. I guess I don't really fit with any kind of label, so I just call myself queer. I just like just about anybody, I guess. I don't really care enough for labels. And then, for gender, also, like, I also just don't really care about labels. I don't really know what I am, but I go by they, she, he. I don't really care. Now that that's out of the way, we are going to talk about some annoying habits of the community, in our opinion. Once again, I guess you don't really have to agree on everything with us, but this is just our opinion. So yeah, here are annoying habits of the community. You want to go first?
Yes, so the first thing that we have on the list is being a part of the community, but also being homophobic or transphobic to the other people in the community who don't identify with the same labels that you do. Mm-hmm. So this could be, literally trans people, such as non-binary people or people that just go by they, them pronouns or whatever, not liking neo-pronouns or hating on neo-pronouns.
Yeah.
Or people with, like, gender labels that aren't just man, woman, or non-binary.
Yeah, like, back with neo-pronouns, you don't have to understand, like, I guess how to use them or how, like, they work or whatever. I don't understand how some neo-pronouns, like, work or are used or anything, but I'm still gonna, like, respect them. Like, that's just basic human decency.
Especially when it is somebody who literally uses they, them pronouns. Like, there was literally a time when people would hate on they, them pronouns like people hate on neo-pronouns now.
There was, bro, I can't even remember his name, but he was a trans man, and he didn't believe
Calvin Guerra?
Yes! He didn't believe non-binary people were, like, a real thing. He didn't believe in more than two genders.
Yeah. And now look at him. He's a full supporter of non-binary people and they, them pronouns. But he does hate on neo-pronouns. Like, he has full videos hating on neo-pronouns.
Ew. I haven't kept up with him. I don't know anything about him.
I've researched his stuff a little bit just to see where he's at now.
Oh my gosh.
I wasn't sucked into that, like, I never watched him when I was younger. Like, there are a lot of trans people now that used to watch him when they were younger, and they used to believe in all the ideologies that he believed in, like trans medicalism, which is basically saying that in order to be trans, you have to want surgery. Or, like, you have to have surgery in order to be trans.
Yeah, which just isn't true. Okay, what's the next one?
Well, no, let's talk more about this one.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Like, I'm moving a little too fast.
It seems like the people who are in the community that hate on other people in the community that they don't necessarily understand or personally identify with, it seems like they're trying to get validation from cis-het people. Like, they're kind of being pick-me's in the community. They're putting other people in the community down in order to get validation from cishet people outside of the community.
Yeah.
And it's cringy.
Yeah, it's...
Like, what are you doing?
Are you not embarrassed?
Like, get your own, like, personal beliefs. Like, don't just believe everything that everyone else believes.
Yeah.
Okay. The next one that we have...
Oh my god.
Is...
This one...
Calling every inconvenience a hate crime.
This one pisses us off so much. It's, like, because... Or, like, even... Like, okay, one... Hate crimes are not a joke. Like, it's a real thing that happens to real people, and it's awful, and it's horrible. And I guess a better way of saying it would be, oh, that's, like, homophobic. But even then, that's kind of annoying. Like,
yeah,
like if you were to, like, oh my gosh, if you and your friend were walking, and your friend just kind of, like, bumped into you, and you looked at them and was like, that was homophobic. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's just
that's
so annoying.
So stupid. Like
it's...
No, it's not. Especially...
It's not funny to make jokes. It's honestly...
Especially if your other friend is gay. Like...
It is a lot worse to, like, joke about things being a hate crime, but it's still just annoying to call every little bad thing that happens to you, like, homophobia or homophobic.
Yeah.
So... The thing about saying that everything is a slur, or sorry, I was reading this.
Yeah,
the thing about saying that everything is a hate crime, like, as a gay person, is just, especially if you're a white gay person, like, if you're a white LGBTQ person, it's just weird because most hate crimes that happen are towards, racial communities that are not white. Like, it's just weird because those people, like, people of color cannot hide that they are a person of color.
Yeah.
Like, it's how you look. But, like, when you are gay, it's usually very easy to hide that. And so it's just weird to be like, oh, that was a hate crime, or saying stuff like, oh, I'm wearing, like, black eyeliner today, and I painted my nails black. I'm gonna get hate crimed in Walmart.
I'm wearing dirty black Converse. I'm wearing a, like, plaid flannel.
Like, if you're...
Wait. Plaid flannel.
A plaid flannel.
Shut up.
It's like, literally, if you are actually nervous of getting hate crimed, just take off the eyeliner.
Yeah, like, you...
Just take the skirt off. Like, come on now. Like, it's really easy to hide that part. Like, it's really easy to just not wear things that make you look the part, so to speak, in air quotes.
Yes, of course, you can go out and wear what you want outside. You know, like, you can be a guy and wear a skirt outside. But if you are afraid of, like, people coming up to you and, like, actually trying to harm you because of what you're wearing, you can change that. Like, you don't have to go out in a skirt. Like, you don't, like, have to go out in those clothes. Like...
Exactly.
Obviously, no, people shouldn't come up to you and, like, harm you because of literally what you're wearing. Like... But, like...
It is sad that you would have to hide that, but you can.
To protect yourself, yeah. You
can hide it. And it is a little bit different with trans people who are in the middle of transitioning. Like, it's kind of hard to hide if you're trans. Like, for example, a trans woman might dress very femininely and have long hair. So it would be harder to be like, oh, like, people would assume. Even if you're not trans, even if you are a cis man that just has long hair and likes to dress femininely, people might assume that you're a trans woman. Or that you're pretending to be a woman, like, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's just not funny.
Yeah,
like, people say it as a joke, and it's just, like, not funny. Like, just don't
like,
say
there
things
are
like that.
actually people who have been hate crimed who have said that those jokes are not funny. Like,
And it's very disrespectful to people who are... Sorry, it is very disrespectful to people of color who have been hate crimed or know someone who is hate crimed, or just people in color who are always
people in color.
Sorry. Or just people of color who are generally always afraid that somebody is going to physically harm them because of just how they look.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's move
So
on
just
before
don't
we
do-
get too political.
No, so literally just don't do that. Like,
Yeah.
Just don't do that.
Just don't make those jokes.
The next one is, like, when a gay person or a queer person just excessively uses a slur. Like, they just use a slur in every other sentence.
Gosh.
It's annoying.
It's not really funny.
It's uncomfortable.
It's I don't even like saying the word. Like, the word itself, even if it didn't mean, like, the F slur, even if it didn't mean what it did mean, like, even if it was just a word for cigarettes, I still wouldn't say that. Like, just because the word just sounds gross.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
It's a very uncomfortable word to say.
Yeah, no, like, I'm not...
Even if it had no meaning, like, even if it didn't have a derogatory meaning, it's just like a uncomfortable word to say.
No, like, when my, like, I won't even lie. Like, sometimes when my friends say it around me, it just makes me feel uncomfortable. Like, they don't even have to say it. Sometimes they'll just type it when they're, like, texting me, or if we're in a group chat and they're just saying it, and it's just like, okay, like,
because the thing is, there's multiple reasons that it's annoying or, like, harmful. And let me just say, even when you can technically say that slur, like, you're a part of the community that the slur is targeted towards, it's still weird and it's still annoying. But the thing is, those slurs are still used in derogatory contexts. They have not been reclaimed as anything other than a derogatory word.
Like, even, like, gay people, when they're just joking around using it with other gay people and just, like, they're joking with each other, they call each other that in a jokingly derogatory way.
Yeah,
like,
and it's
oh my god, you're being such an F slur. Like, bro, what?
Like, no, like, that's literally so uncomfortable.
That's
and
so
weird.
uncomfortable. I would not say that to anybody else, and I would not want anybody to say that to me. It makes me feel gross.
Yeah.
Like,
even when it's another gay person saying it.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing is just, it is a little bit different when you're saying it to people that you know are comfortable with it. Like, you know that, like, your friend group or whatever that thinks it's funny or whatever. It's fine. It's not morally wrong or anything. It's just uncomfortable to some people. So you shouldn't be saying things like that to people who you don't know if they're okay with it or not. You shouldn't be calling anyone those things.
oh my gosh.
At all.
Like, if somebody on TikTok or something posted a video, like, coming out, and you were to, like, this isn't something I've seen, I'm just coming up with this on the top of my head, I'm just making this up. Like, if somebody were to make a coming out video, and you were to, like, go in their comments and be like, oh yeah, like, you're one of the, like, F slurs now, or, like, why would you say that?
No, I feel like
That would make me not want to come out. Like, I don't want to be called that, whether you mean it as a compliment or not. Like,
yeah, it's just weird and it's awkward. Or, like, if your friend just came out and you are like, oh, you're one of the F slurs now, or you're one of the D slurs now with the rest of us, that is so weird.
that's so rude. Like,
and it's the same with calling someone any kind of derogatory, like, any term that is used in a derogatory way towards the LGBTQ plus community, even if it's not technically a slur, like the word twink. I have literally been called that, and I'm not even a gay man.
yeah, no, like, that, like, it's...
Just because I'm a skinny white person that likes men, I've been called a twink. And it's just a weird word. It's just uncomfortable. Like, and it's used in a derogatory way a lot of the time. Like, there is a lot of hate against skinny gay white men, or skinny gay men in general. So, like, using that word towards someone who doesn't even fit in that community. Like, I'm not even a part of the gay community. Like, I'm not even gay.
Yeah, like,
that's just weird. I hate it so much. I actually hate it so much. So, this is just a disclaimer. Please don't call us the F-slurs. Please just don't call us F-slurs.
Do not call us the F-slurs. It's gross.
Please don't call us F-slur. Please don't call us a T-slur. Please don't. And when I say T-slur, I don't mean twink. I mean the other T-slur for transgender people.
And just, like, don't use it excessively. That was the whole point of this topic. Just don't. Please don't say it like every other sentence just because you can. Like, you're taking advantage of a word that you, like, should not want to take advantage of. Like, that is not a word you should, I guess, want to say, because it is still used in a derogatory way by everybody who says it.
Sorry,
like,
I had just had to make sure that twink was not an actual slur.
Oh, yeah.
It's not. Okay. Let's calm down.
Yeah. Okay.
That one really got us riled up.
That one really got us riled up.
All of these are gonna get us riled up, though. They are all really
we have very
annoying.
strong opinions on all of these.
And some of them aren't even just annoying. A lot of them are just problematic.
Yeah.
Like, why would you do that? Like, it's just morally wrong. So the next one is dogpiling on your favorite celebrity and basically telling them to come out just because you're attracted to them, or just because you wish they were gay or wish they were into your gender. It's weird. Like, don't force people to come out. They might actually be gay, but, like, don't force them into a position where they feel like they have to tell you or have to come out as a celebrity. Because it's hard to come out as a regular person. Like, as a normal, common person, it's gotta be so hard to come out as a celebrity. Because you know that a lot of your fan base is gonna stop wanting to interact with you. Because now they know that you are part of the community.
Yeah. Another thing is, when a celebrity does come out or something like that, don't tell them you already knew. Like, even if they're not a celebrity, even if they're just coming out to you and you're like, oh, okay, I already knew, like, that's okay, like, no, like you're really bad at hiding it. Like, okay, thanks. Like, personally, for me, would I care if somebody said that to me? A little bit. Like, it wouldn't, like, ruin my day, but there are some people who really do not want you to tell them that you already knew because they've spent so long trying to hide it. Maybe from somebody who wouldn't accept them, and you're telling them that they're not hiding it well. That could make them worry.
Yeah, that could make them really anxious. That could make them feel bad about themselves. That could make them just, like, not happy.
Yeah.
And wish they didn't come out at all.
So just don't say that. Don't force somebody to come out, and don't say that you already knew if they do come out.
This was a really big thing. If anybody knows Isabel from SM6,
oh,
this was a huge thing with her
on
her TikTok account and all of her accounts, really, on Instagram too, where, okay, so basically SM6 is like a family band. It's 6 siblings, 3 boys and 3 girls, who are in a band together, and Isabel is one of the girls, and she started using them pronouns when talking about, like, someone that she was attracted to or something like that. Like, she would post a TikTok and be like, I wish they would just, you know, whatever, notice me or whatever. And people would dogpile in the comments. Like, they would hound her and say, like, they just come out already. Like, we know you like women. Like, oh, you must be talking about a woman or something like that. And it's just like, why would you point that out? Like, yes, it might be true. And she did actually come out. Like, she came out of, like, a week or 2 ago or something like that. She came out as, like, liking women. And I can't help but feel like she felt pressured to come out.
Yeah, she may not have been entirely ready.
Because of all of the comments basically saying that they already knew. Like, basically saying, we know you're gay, just, like, say it.
Yeah, no, I think if I was a famous person and people were trying to pressure me to come out, that would make me not want to come out.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like maybe I would even go as far as, like, making a video saying I'm not, like, gay or anything. Because I just want people to stop commenting stuff like that.
Yeah, like, just leave it alone. Like, who cares? Like, why do you want her to come out so badly? Like, what satisfaction do you get in her coming out versus her not coming out? If you already know, supposedly, then what's the satisfaction
and also,
in
like,
that?
forcing her to come out. It's like, do you think you're gonna have a chance with her?
No,
do you
honestly,
think she knows who you are? Like,
honestly.
Like, yeah, of course, maybe gay people want, you know, queer music rep, but we have so much of that already.
We do.
We literally have a list of, like, famous, like, people that are gay and stuff, or queer. And, like, forcing them to come out is not the way to get queer rep. Like,
No,
it's not.
because they're gonna be upset and they're not gonna be ready and they're gonna feel pressured.
Yeah.
And that's just, if you've ever been in a situation where you wanted to come out, or, like, you were hiding it from your family or your friends or whoever, you know how hard it is already. Even when you are ready, you know how hard it is to come out. Imagine being pressured into that, basically being forced to come out and tell people your sexuality when you're not really ready for people to know. Like, you're still coming to terms with it for yourself.
Yeah.
Like, you haven't even really fully come out to yourself yet. And you're being forced to put a label on yourself for other people.
And, like, yeah, like, don't force them to come out right away. Just give them time, because, one, they may not come to terms with what they already are, and two, their sexuality or gender identity may change in the future.
Exactly.
Like, mine, what I identify as now is way different than what I originally came out as back in, like, September of 2020.
Yeah. And I personally, this is M speaking, I personally came out when I was in, like, 5th grade or something. Like, I was in 5th or 6th grade, and I first came out as bisexual, and then I came out as a lesbian, and now I know I'm bisexual, and I came out as bisexual again. So, like, it takes a long time. It takes a long time to come to terms with who you actually are, and even though I have already kind of come to terms with who I am now, that still might change in the future. Like, it takes a really long time.
Yeah, I think my biggest regret with coming out in September was I actually didn't even start questioning anything about my sexuality or gender until literally the month before. Like, August of 2020, I was, like, starting to kind of be, like, bi-curious and, like, experimenting with different pronouns, and then I was, like, a month later, I was like, okay, it's been enough time, and then I just came out. And now I'm just like, yeah, I probably should have waited a little bit longer for that to fully kind of, like, process all of the feelings that I'm feeling and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That was Skipper talking, by the way. Sorry.
You're trying to confuse
Sorry. Bro, I'm confusing myself right now.
Okay, we're gonna move on from this, because the next one actually has to do a lot with this. And it's asking somebody things like, do you listen to Girl in Red? Or, like, do you listen to Sweater Weather? Basically asking, like, if you don't know, Girl in Red is a lesbian singer and artist. And a lot of her songs are about liking women and being in love with women and being heartbroken by women and whatever else. And so when somebody asks somebody else, do you listen to Girl in Red? It's basically asking them, do you like women? Are you a lesbian?
And then with Sweater Weather, people have called that the bi anthem. So basically saying, do you like Sweater Weather or do you listen to Sweater Weather, is asking people, are you bi or do you like men and women?
Yeah.
Which, like,
it's kind of pressuring someone,
like, what if you
to put a label on their identity.
And then also, what if that person, yeah, maybe somebody listens to Girl in Red, but that doesn't mean that they like women.
Yeah.
Or
like,
maybe they want to listen to Sweater Weather, because Sweater Weather is just one song. So many people could like Sweater
honestly,
Weather and not be bi. Like,
it's not even about being bi. Like, it's not actually, like, a bisexual song. It's just
Yeah, no,
it's just a song that a lot of bisexual people liked, and they decided to
No.
make it the bisexual anthem.
There was a time where it was like a really big, like, it was like the peak of like, oh, Sweater Weather is the bi anthem, and everybody was talking about Sweater Weather and blah blah blah. And I identified as bi at the time, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to listen to Sweater Weather. I have to put it in like my Spotify playlist. And then I listened to it, and I ended up not really liking the song. Like, it just, like, it wasn't a bad song. It didn't sound bad. It just wasn't the type of music that I liked listening to. But I still kind of forced myself to listen to it because I was like, oh, I'm bi. I have to listen to it. Like, no, I didn't. Like, what am I talking about?
That's basically how I felt about Girl in Red when I identified as a lesbian. Like, I kind of forced myself to listen to her music and like her music, even though I didn't really like it, just because it was so associated with being a lesbian. And again, it's just another way to kind of force someone to come out. Because if you ask someone something like that and they're not out, they're probably gonna know what it means. If they are actually gay, they're probably gonna know what it means, and they're kind of gonna feel pressured to answer it. But this is mostly a thing that happens on social media, in like TikTok comments and stuff. If there's a hot person that makes a video, somebody will ask like, oh, do you listen to Girl in Red? Just like, don't do that. Like, just like, don't ask that. First of all, like you said, they could like Girl in Red but not be gay, or they could be gay and not like Girl in Red. Like, yeah, it's just a weird question.
Like, I have an actual story from that. So, I was in class once, and somebody came up to me. I was walking past them to get to my seat, and they were like, oh, by the way, do you listen to Girl in Red? And I looked at them, and I knew what it meant, obviously. Like, I was like, I'm basically out to like the school. Like, obviously I didn't go around announcing it to everybody, but like, I just don't care.
It spreads.
I'm not gonna try and hide it. Like, there's no point. I'm in color guard. People gotta know by now. Like, color guard's just a gay sport. No, I shouldn't say that.
Sport?
Can you shut the fuck up and let me speak?
That's like saying marching band is a sport.
I mean, you walk around on a field all day, so.
You blow.
Okay, anyways, let me finish my story. So, I was walking past this person to get to my seat, and they looked at me and they were like, oh, do you listen to Girl in Red? And I didn't know how to answer it, because, like, yes, I'm queer, I like women, I like men, like, I like women and stuff like that, but I don't listen to Girl in Red. Like, I don't actually listen to them. Like, yeah. So I was like, so that's what I said. I was like, yeah, I'm queer, but I don't really listen to Girl in Red. Like,
yeah. And it's just wrong to like ask somebody basically and, like, to come out to you.
Even if that made me uncomfortable. And even though, like, I didn't feel pressured to come out or anything, like, it was still uncomfortable for me because I didn't know how to answer. So imagine how much more uncomfortable somebody who, like, isn't entirely out or ready to come out would feel if they were pressured with that question.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's move on to the next one.
Yeah.
I personally hate it when a queer person makes their identity, like, makes this one part of their identity their entire being, like, makes it their entire personality. It's different to be like, oh yeah, I'm queer, like, just to let people know, just to, like, you know, find the right people to be around, you know. But it's different when it's all you talk about. It's like you have your entire room is decorated rainbow or whatever flag that you that goes with your community or your identity. Okay, no, I want to say, like, if your entire room is painted with your, like, sexuality or gender identity, that's all right, because it's your personal space, it's your room. There's nothing wrong with doing this. We just find it annoying. Yeah, if you come out in public and just, like, I don't know, go around and talking to us and just talk and just make the entire conversation about your gender and sexuality. Basically making every conversation about the LGBTQ plus community or your identity or your experiences with being that identity, even when the conversation literally has nothing to do with that. You just always bring it back to that. It's not only just being gay that I think is annoying to make your whole personality, it's anything. Like, I know someone who had a parent that passed away in middle school, and they still bring it up in every single conversation to this day. And I'm in 10th grade. Well, actually, I'm going to be a junior now. I'm going to be a junior. And this person, I still hear them talking about it, like, every single time that I'm in a classroom with them. And it's just, like and you don't need to bring it up every single time you're in a conversation with somebody.
There was also a time where they pressured others into talking about their lost loved ones or parents. We were in a club, and we were playing a little game at the end of the club before we were getting picked up. And we were just, I don't remember what the game was, but basically you all stand in a large circle, and one by one you each say something like, oh, step into the circle if you like the color purple or something. And this person said step into the color, step. Sorry, I'm like, my mouth is moving too fast for my brain. My brain is moving too fast for my mouth. Anyways, we're gonna move on. This person said step into the circle if you've lost a parent. And people did step into the circle. You could tell that they were very uncomfortable.
Yeah, like, why?
Why would you make somebody admit that? Especially, like, imagine if somebody lost their parent recently.
Like, literally, like, and the day or week before.
And you literally made them step into a circle telling everybody that they lost that parent. That is emotional, and that is very personal, and you should not make them admit that to everybody. And this was like one of the first meetings too. So this person made people admit that to people that they didn't even know. Like, all of the other people that stepped into the circle, I did not know well. And I just learned something extremely personal about them that I probably should not have learned about them until actual friendships with them were formed.
I do want to add that when I say that it's annoying to bring it up in every conversation, when I was talking about the person and their parent that died, I'm not talking about they just bring up that parent. Like, I'm not talking about they say things like, oh, yes, my dad was a firefighter, or like, I used to go there with my dad, kind of thing. It's literally them talking about the fact that their dad is dead. Like, the fact that their dad died. Mm-hmm. And it's just, like, the conversation wasn't even about that. Like, you don't have to bring that up every time you talk. Mm-hmm. It's just annoying. And that's the same thing with gay people. You don't have to bring up your sexuality in every conversation, or your gender identity, or, you know, like, this one time that someone called you the F slur. Like, you don't have to bring it up every single day, like, every single conversation.
Please, Can we just talk about our favorite colors without, like, bringing up the rainbow? Like,
no, honestly. Because people will literally do that. Like, you'll be like, oh, my favorite color is purple. And they'll be like, oh, my favorite color is the rainbow because I'm gay. Like, okay.
Oh, I love the colors pink, purple, and blue. Oh my god, bye flag.
No, please.
That's... Okay, just kidding. I'm changing my favorite colors. Like, get out of my face.
Like, honestly, like, get away from me. Okay, so that's what we have to say about that.
Especially if you're not even bi. Like, if you're like, I love the colors pink, yellow, and blue. Oh my god, pansexual queen. I'm not pansexual. But...
I'm not pansexual.
But,
silly.
Say what you need to say, I guess. Like...
Oh my god. Okay. Next, this one is, like, really not talked about very much. Like, a lot of people do this without thinking anything of it. It's, like, basically saying it's gross or weird to like certain genders or to like certain body parts. For example, this is a really big thing. If somebody says, like, oh, I'm bisexual, I like women and men. And then, like, somebody else will be like, oh, you like men? Get well soon. Like... No, I won't. I love men. I'll kiss a man. No, I won't. No, I won't. No, I won't. No, I won't. I have a girlfriend. I won't kiss a man.
Oh my god, I'm gonna send this to her.
No, she'll actually listen to it too. I'm scared. I'm sorry.
Well, I would kiss a man. I'm crushing on a man right now. Like, I don't even care.
And it makes me uncomfortable. Like, I don't like a man right now, but, like, I have liked men in the past.
Like, it's almost like that's literally another form of kind of being homophobic. It's like if I was like, oh yeah, I like women and men, and then somebody were to say, you shouldn't like men, you should only like women. That's kind of like if a straight person would come up to me and say, you shouldn't like women, you should only like men. Like, you should be straight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, why? Why do you care about what I like? Like how does that affect you?
Just because... Oh. It's all...
Oh my god. That scared me. I thought something happened.
Sorry. No, I just got, like...
Okay.
I just had a light bulb moment.
Okay, go on.
It's, like... It's also really... Honestly, it's even more annoying when you say it about yourself. Like, if a straight woman says, unfortunately, I like men. Okay, own it. Like,
I know.
If you like
oh my
men,
god. You know what? Because I remember
man.
at TikTok, Brittany Broski made saying that. Like,
oh my god, Brittany Broski would, but like, she's my queen.
she did.
She's my queen.
Yeah, we love Brittany Broski.
I love Brittany Broski.
I love her so much.
She's
our little alien queen.
She's like our little alien queen. By the way, we're not calling her ugly.
No.
She like does this thing on TikTok where she's like an alien leader and she like makes weird noises.
Yeah, she's like, it's on her like
her
spam account. I don't know if it's open or private. I think she made it private.
I think it's public again. Like, I think it's been public for a little
y'all
bit.
better follow it before she privates it again at some point.
It's honestly really funny.
Lost my marbles again.
If you don't know who Brittany Broski is, she's the kombucha girl. I think we talked about her in the last episode. But
yeah,
if you don't know who she is, or like you haven't looked at her content yet, after watching the last episode, you better get your booty on TikTok.
Oh my god. Yeah. Wait, what was our last episode about again?
I don't remember.
Wait.
Oh, TikTok humor.
Oh, yeah.
And she was one of the people we said that we
loved.
Like, so, yeah.
Yeah, we love Brittany Broski
so much. We love Brittany Broski. I get a lot of my, like, personality and humor from just the things that she says or the way that she acts. Yeah. I love Brittany. I wish I could meet her.
No, honestly, she seems like so much fun. Like,
yeah, but I don't think she would want to hang out with a 16-year-old.
That's true. She's like 24.
I know. She's like a millennial. But whatever, she's the only millennial.
Yeah, she don't act like it though.
No, she kind of does sometimes.
She does
a little bit.
I like her. I loved her like Southern mom TikToks.
Oh my god,
those were so funny. I like the one where she was like, it was like the sergeant. He was like, "Get down on your knees and crawl, private." And then she's like, "I would. I just got this manicure done, but like I would."
I love her.
She's so funny. Okay,
let's
move on. We're getting a little off track here.
Yeah. Oh, I wanted to say, it is homophobic to say things like to be like, oh, you like men? Like, ew. Because, especially when you're saying it to, like, a gay man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's literally homophobic to say.
You're telling them to be straight.
Like, it's literally homophobic to be like, oh, you like someone who, like, you like someone that you shouldn't be liking. Bye. Like, don't like them. Like, don't like men. Like, I like men all I want. Thank you.
Yeah, like.
Thank you.
Just because, like, there was a whole thing about everybody hates all men. It's past. It's old. Like,
let's move on. I see videos.
I love men.
I see videos of people saying, like, oh, I like men, like, whatever. It's such a bad, like, I'm so sorry I like men. And I'll comment, like, I love men.
No, literally.
I love men, and I love that I love men.
Like, I'm so sorry. I like men. Like, why are you sorry?
Like, stop. You're so cringe. Like, Jesus.
If somebody said that to me, I would kiss a man right in front of them.
Get a life.
I love kissing men.
Like, people just hate on men for no reason. I mean,
it isn't
for no reason, but...
It's not for no reason.
Like, don't hate on people for liking a certain gender. That's literally homophobic.
Literally, like...
Oh my god, the homophobia is coming from inside the house.
No.
It's coming from inside the community.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Then the final one that we have on this list, which is not actually the final one, but it's the final one that we could think of in the moment when we were writing the script.
Yeah, this list could go on and on, but we're trying to preserve time.
Is policing people's labels or sexuality. Basically, what I mean by this is, like, say that someone says, oh yeah, I'm pansexual, and then they describe to you, like, you don't know what that is, so you say, what is that? And they describe to you that it's, oh, I like all genders, but I don't have a preference on, like, genitalia. I don't have a preference at all, really. I just like who I like, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go, that's bisexual. You're bisexual. That's so annoying and awkward.
So, like, rude.
Because, yes, technically pansexual is under the bisexual umbrella term, but it's a micro label that some people prefer over bisexual because it goes more in depth about what they actually like.
Yeah, it's more specific. Like,
Yeah.
it's the same thing with gender. We were literally talking about all of this earlier.
I know.
It's literally the same thing as gender. Somebody could be identifying as gender fluid, and, like, yeah, gender fluid falls under the non-binary umbrella, but they like the term gender fluid specifically because it's a more specific label that they specifically identify more comfortably with. Like, there's a, like, yeah, they might kind of mean the same thing, but there are differences that make them different.
Yeah. And it's just more specific, and it literally just depends. It's just what that person is more comfortable identifying with.
Mm-hmm.
And you shouldn't be the one to be like, no, that's not right. Because it's right for them. Like it's right for them.
Don't tell me what I like. Like,
of course, it's different if someone likes men and women. Like, if someone likes men and then they call themselves a lesbian just because they like the term lesbian and they want to be in the lesbian community, obviously that's different, and that's wrong, and that's weird.
Because that's not the definition of a lesbian.
Exactly.
Lesbians are people who are not attracted to men.
As long as they are attracted to what their label says they are attracted to, who cares?
Mm-hmm.
Like, literally, who cares? And even if it's, like, super, super micro labels, like, literally super specific, you shouldn't be the one to be like, no, that's bisexual. What are you doing?
Yo, my ass is numb.
Guys, we're sitting in my closet,
which
is literally so ironic.
Just before we actually started this episode, Em yelled at me to get in the closet, and it was crazy.
Yeah. Like, we record here sometimes.
Yeah. We shouldn't, because it hurts.
No, it doesn't.
Do
you want to sit on this
Well, no,
blanket?
it doesn't hurt. It numbs. No, I can't move. I'm stuck to the floor.
Get up.
Oh, ew, your shoulder's hot.
It is?
Yes, it burns.
I'm just, like, warm-blooded.
Okay, I would hope so.
Okay.
Sorry for all that.
We just had, like, a silly little moment.
I was complaining about
I think we're done. I think we're done with this part. Like, this section, we're done.
Yeah.
We're done with the bad, negative stuff.
We're done with the annoying habits.
We're gonna get into some good stuff to leave the episode on a high note and, talk about the good parts of the community and the good people that we love in the community that are technically celebrities. So, let's get into it.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah.
Go ahead. We'll switch off.
Yeah. So, the first one we have is Isabel from SM6. As we talked about her earlier. She hasn't specifically labeled herself yet, but we know that, but she did make a, like, coming out video, and she does have an entire song about, like, her struggles with coming out and stuff like that.
Yeah. It's called Panic by SM6.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so good. Please go listen to it on Spotify.
No,
please just listen to SM6. They're kind of punk rocky, maybe a little bit country sometimes, but, like, not really. Kind of pop rock.
Yeah.
Pop rock.
Yeah. But this song is just, like,
this song is really good.
It's incredible.
Isabel is the lead singer of the band. She's the lead singer, and I think she's the lead guitarist as well.
Yeah.
So she plays the guitar and she sings in most of the songs. And Panic is, like, basically her song. Like, it's a song about her.
Yeah.
And, like, her struggles. She hasn't labeled herself yet, like we said, but she did make a video on TikTok, like, labeling a feeling she was having as bi panic between two celebrities or something. So I guess you could say she's bisexual, but she hasn't specifically said that yet. So we're not going to assume that she is bisexual, especially since, like we said earlier, it does take a long time to fully come to terms with who you are, and a lot of experimenting and stuff like that. So we're just gonna say that she isn't labeled yet because she hasn't specifically made a statement labeling herself.
Yeah.
We just know that she is a part of the community. Next we have Sarah Paulson.
Oh.
She's an actress and she's a lesbian. She's like a very famous actress. If you don't know any of the stuff that she was in, or if you don't know who we're talking about, she was the main character in Ratched.
She's been known for a lot of roles in American Horror Story.
Yes, and if you haven't watched American Horror Story, that's fine. It is kind of scary.
It's also very sexual.
Yeah.
Ratched is.
I think Ratched is as well. The sexual
Ratched
part
is very sexual. There's a sex scene every episode.
I don't know if it's like a horror series or like is it like a murder mystery series or something? Like, I know that it's kind of. I know that it's kind of dark.
It's really dark, but like.
Okay.
I don't know exactly what it's all about because I tried to watch it like a year ago.
She's an actress and she's married to a woman.
Yes.
So I don't know the name of her wife. I know that she's another famous person, but I don't know like who she is. Like, I don't know her name. I know that I know that there's a large age gap between them. Wait, okay, so
her name is Holland Taylor. I knew Taylor was in the name.
Okay, so Sarah Paulson's wife is Holland Taylor. And there's like a big age gap. How old is Holland? 32-year age gap.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a 32-year age gap. They're both women. They are married. And they're in love. And that's beautiful.
So she's probably in her, like...
Okay, so next we have Claro, who is a bisexual woman. She's a singer. You might know her from... I don't know, what songs have, like, gotten, popular on TikTok by Claro?
I don't know, I don't listen to Claro.
Oh my god. Get a life.
Oh my gosh! I'm too busy listening to Panic by Isabel.
I will recommend some songs by her, actually. Harbor by Claro is good. Bubblegum is good. Flaming Hot Cheetos is pretty good. Pretty Girl.
Flaming Hot Cheetos? Is that the one we, like... Wait, have we listened to that?
I've listened to it
together
a lot.
Before?
Probably. We've definitely listened to Harbor. And probably Bubblegum, too. Any song that I have had on my playlist, you've probably listened to.
Yeah, I specifically remember there was a song called Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
You want to do the next one?
Yes! Okay, so the next one is Alex Consani. She is... Oh, you know more about her than I do.
Okay. Alex Consani is a transgender woman. She's a model. And she is I think she's more known for her TikTok account, or her multiple TikTok accounts. She's pretty popular on TikTok. I think a lot of people know her, and they do know that she's a model. So she's a model, and she's a TikTok, like, influencer kind of person. She makes a lot of comedy videos, just, like, saying funny stuff, and, like, being silly and goofy. And, a lot of people don't know that she's a transgender woman because she transitioned very, very young.
Yeah, no, I didn't know she was transgender.
Yeah.
Up until, like, maybe, like, a month or so ago.
Yeah.
And then I forgot. Because, like, I don't know.
Yeah, so she's transgender. And I love her. I love her. She's so funny.
She is funny. I love her videos where she, like, did, like, improv rap.
Oh, yeah, because, okay, she has these videos from a long time ago when she was in, like, middle school or something, where she was just, like, she was freestyle rapping.
Oh, yeah, freestyle.
And it's so bad, but it's so funny.
And I think the reason I didn't even realize... Oh, did you bring up the fact that...
I did bring up the fact that she transitioned really young, so, like, a lot of people have seen those videos, and a lot of people have seen those videos of her freestyling, and she, like, she was already a woman by then. She had already transitioned in middle school. So, a lot of people don't know that she's transgender because all of the videos that she's posted of her when she was younger, had already transitioned.
Yeah.
So... I think that was the first video I ever saw of her, was her freestyling in middle school. Like, she posted a video from when she was in middle school, freestyling, and I thought it was hilarious. And then I followed her, and she's still hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay. You can go on.
Okay, the next one is Sarah Shower. They're a social media influencer. She is a lesbian, and she's non-binary.
They are roommates
with Brittany Broski,
who we have talked about a lot.
Yeah.
She's
You sound like Mickey Mouse.
Oh my god. Who we've talked about a lot.
Yeah. They have an entire podcast together.
It's called Violating Community Guidelines, and it's about internet stuff, internet communities, internet problems, internet phenomenons. I don't know.
Phenomena, I think.
Okay. And yeah, they're really funny. If you don't know their podcast together,
then what are you doing?
Go listen to it, but like finish listening to this episode first.
Yeah.
And then go listen to Violating Community Guidelines. They have like 20 something episodes at this point. I listen to every single one at the moment it comes out.
Oh my god.
Very good. I do recommend it. It's so funny. They're really funny together.
Okay, you got this next one.
Okay. Here we have Haley Kiyoko. She's a singer and she's a lesbian. I love her. Like, her music is so good. And she's also a lesbian, which is great. We love lesbians. Not in a weird way. But we love lesbians. If you don't know who Haley Kiyoko is, she was in Lemonade Mouth. She was one of the main characters in Lemonade Mouth. And if you don't know any of her music, or you can't like pick any of her music out just by her name, she wrote Girls Like Girls.
Don't look at me like I know.
Or, hold on. Yeah, it's Girls Like Girls by Haley Kiyoko. I think that's one of her most like popular ones.
Yeah.
Another one is Sleepover by Haley Kiyoko. A lot of people call her the lesbian Jesus. She's basically a better girl in red because she's not problematic. And she's like a lesbian singer who sings about being a lesbian. Well, she doesn't sing about being a lesbian, but she sings about loving women.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so the next one is Kristen Stewart. She's an actress and she's bisexual. You may know her because she played Bella Swan in Twilight.
We just love her because,
she's pretty.
She's pretty.
She's really pretty.
She's kind of pretty, and I also...
Kinda.
Stop! Like, I can't, like... And also, I really like Twilight. I know that's crazy to say, like, in our generation. I know everyone shoots on Twilight, but Twilight is so good.
No, because I remember one
time... It's funny.
It's funny. Because I remember one time you, Dad, and, our little brother, we're not gonna say his name, you thought, you guys went out somewhere, and it was just me and Mom, and we stayed home, and we made rice balls, and we watched Twilight, and then you caught us in the middle of watching it, and you made fun of us for watching it.
No, but that was before I, like, fully watched a movie of Twilight, and then we had, like, a whole Twilight marathon. No, and I was like, oh my god, I'm infatuated with Twilight.
Oh my god. No, I love Twilight so much. We should totally watch it.
We love Kristen Stewart.
Some of the movies are on Netflix, I think.
I think they are.
But I think we also have, like, the entire...
I think we have it on DVD.
We have it
on DVD, too.
All of the movies. Like, our mom loves Twilight. And honestly...
Iconic.
No, as she should.
Iconic.
No,
okay.
Okay.
Alright, we're gonna move on. Alright. This person, you might not know them. Their name is Sarah Ramirez. If you watch Grey's Anatomy, you'll probably know their character, who is Callie Torres. She's a bone doctor, basically. Callie Torres is a bone doctor. That's why I said she. She, the character she. Sarah Ramirez is bisexual and non-binary. They use they them pronouns. And I love Callie Torres. And I love Sarah Ramirez.
No, I love Sarah Ramirez. I love Callie Torres.
I think Callie is my favorite character.
Callie is the best character. Yeah. Yo, when she got that haircut up to her shoulders.
Bruh.
Woo!
Yeah, bruh.
Oh my god. I love Callie Torres and I love Sarah Ramirez.
And her story of, like, figuring out that she was a lesbian in the show. Like, Callie Torres is also a lesbian.
Oh, I thought she was bi.
Oh, she might be bi. But I thought it was, like, a thing that she was actually a lesbian. because they, like, made fun of her for marrying George.
Oh my god, I forgot about that whole thing. Okay, anyways, let's not get into that. That's not, like...
Yeah, so Sarah Ramirez, I hate to say this as a queer person, but I love Grey's Anatomy. And I will watch it till the day I die. I'm waiting for the 18th season. Actually, wait, I think the 18th season is out on Hulu.
18th?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I think it might be the last one.
These people never run out of material.
No, because it's literally, like, horror, like, ambulance, like, doctor stories.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
Let's take people's deaths and make it a show. Yeah. No, honestly.
It's not based on real.
No, it's not based on real stories. But I honestly, like, I've only watched maybe a quarter of, like, the entire show. I've watched just episodes here and there when I would go out and Em was, like, watching it on Netflix. And, I would end up just, like, sitting there. Shut up. I would end up just sitting there and watching it, with them.
Yeah. So our final person that we have to talk about. Do you want to talk about them?
Oh my god, I would love to talk about her. So, this final, person that we love is Ellen DeGeneres.
You know?
She's a talk show host. She's a lesbian. We love her. She's an icon.
She's so iconic.
No, literally, we...
Just kidding! We don't like Ellen.
Oh my god, she's kind of annoying.
She's so annoying. Oh my god, she's so embarrassing.
Every time I think of Ellen DeGeneres, I think of that one epic rap battle of history she had with Oprah Winfrey.
Oh, Ellen versus Oprah?
Yeah. Epic rap battles of history. That was so good. I loved the line with, like, the different, like, letters.
What are you talking
From
about?
ABC to LGBT to NBC, now it's on me.
Yeah! Please. Oh my god.
I won't lie, she kind of ate that line up, but...
No, honestly, but it wasn't even
It wasn't the
her.
real, it wasn't the real Ellen, so we're allowed to
It was just
say
somebody
that.
pretending to be her.
Yeah.
Person cosplaying.
don't.
I love cosplaying as Ellen.
That hurt. You
Please
look like you could.
Stop.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Is that why you hate cosplay?
Okay.
We're just kidding. Em loves cosplay.
No, I don't. I'm just kidding. It's okay.
It's okay.
You can do it if you want.
You
I
don't
won't participate and I won't watch it, but have fun with yourself.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Now we're going to move on to beautiful parts of the LGBTQ plus community that we love, that we have seen, that we have experienced. And it's just, like, very warm. It's just, like, very warm and comforting and loving. What?
I'm thinking about your face.
What? What are you talking about?
Sorry, I didn't finish. Thinking about your face from earlier when we were about to shout and just kidding. And you were so ready. And then I said one more thing and you just completely stopped. You were so ready. You were just like...
So, we're going to be talking about beautiful parts of the community that we have experienced or seen that are just very warm and loving and comforting and just make us very happy to be a part of the community.
Yeah.
So, in social media, in
Oh my god.
In terms of social media, there is this phenomenon on TikTok that I recently learned about that I didn't know about before, which is called lesbian apocalypse. Mm-hmm. Which basically, when you first hear that, it kind of sounds bad, but it is really good. It's when a bunch of lesbians on TikTok, it's like when the lesbians kind of like band together and just mass follow other lesbians, like to show their support and to like basically create a safe space for lesbians to interact with each other and, you know, feel comfortable and safe. So that's really cute, and I think that's really sweet. And obviously I didn't know about that before because I'm not a lesbian. Yeah. So I never participated.
I didn't know about it until told me about it like right before we started recording. But that's so nice. Like,
yeah, that's really sweet.
Yeah.
And honestly, it makes me smile just to think about that. next we have, like, gender affirming comments. Like, when somebody posts, when, like, a transgender person posts a video of them feeling dysphoric or not feeling like they pass enough or whatever it might be, and the comments are just stuff like, no, you look really pretty, or like don't worry about it, like, everybody has these moments, it's nothing to get, like, don't let it hold you back, kind of thing.
Yeah, for me, like, most of the time I like to present in a more feminine way. Like, I'm not a woman, but I do prefer presenting femininely, but sometimes I want to present more androgynous or masculine.
Did you say androgynous?
And is it androgynous?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know. I've never heard somebody say it out loud.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Talk to people in real life. You chronically online.
Don't touch me. Okay. But sometimes I want to present more androgynous or masculine. And sometimes I look at myself and I'm just like, my hair feels too long to do that. So I like when people tell me I look androgynous.
Yeah. But we want to clarify, we don't mean the comments that are like, OMG, you're so handsome, you small bean. Like,
that would make me feel gross.
Or like,
please don't call me a small bean.
Or like when someone says, OMG, you passed so well, like, don't worry about it, queen. Like,
okay. I know
some people
who are okay with that. Like, but personally, okay, no. I can't really say that I wouldn't want somebody to tell it to me because I'm not really trying to pass as anything. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm just here, I guess. Like, I'm not trying to pass as, like, a man or
no,
anything.
Like, that's actually what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to not pass as anything. Like I don't want people to perceive me as a woman or a man. Like, I want people to, I'm trying to pass as a person who doesn't pass. Like, I want people to know that I'm not a man or a woman.
Yeah.
Sorry, I burped.
Holy crap.
Sorry.
I can't, like, believe that you just did that.
What? Like,
are you gonna cut that out?
I'm not the first person in the world to burp.
I just hate when people burp.
I know you do.
Are you gonna cut this out?
I burp.
Are you gonna cut this out?
I burped.
You better cut this out right now.
I'm not. I might not.
Okay, let's move on.
The next one is just standing up for each other. You want to talk about this one?
Yeah. You've been taking up the whole episode. I'm kidding. So basically, standing up for each other, what we mean is, like, in comment sections, when somebody posts a video and then somebody in the comments is like, maybe they're trying to compliment you, maybe they're just trying to talk about you or something in the comments, not in a negative way, just talking about you or the video,
or in real life.
Yeah, and then using the wrong pronouns, and then somebody stands up for them by correcting you, like, on their pronouns. Like, that is so sweet. Like, or just, like, helping each other in, like, potentially dangerous situations.
Helping in potentially dangerous situations. Basically, like, when somebody is in a soon-to-be dangerous situation, like, you can see that somebody is getting angry with that person. Like, a straight person is getting kind of violent or aggressive towards a gay person.
Mm-hmm. Like, they are actually about to hate crime a gay person.
Yeah, and another gay person kind of steps in and puts themselves in danger to get that other person out of that situation.
Or it could also, be a straight person. It doesn't have to be a gay person.
Yeah.
But
like, this episode is about
gay people.
Gay people.
So, yeah. And the last one for standing up for each other, just listening and understanding to, like the different experiences that each different part of the community, like, what they experience, just listening to them, I'm just, like, a queer person, so I don't know specifically what lesbians go through, I don't know specifically what gay men go through, because, one, I'm not a man or a woman, and, like, I don't know what those people experience. And, like, also, like, I'm not trans. Like, I'm just non-binary, which, like, I guess that falls in the trans umbrella, but I don't like to call myself trans. So, just listening to, like, the struggles that trans people actually go through and stuff like that.
Or, like, like, I'm bisexual. Like, listening to, a lesbian tell me their experiences of, you know, being a lesbian and the hard parts about being a lesbian that are unique to being a lesbian. It's just those little moments where it's like other parts of the community just like being supportive and understanding of other parts of the community that they don't identify with. I think that's really sweet, and I think that's really cute.
Yeah.
And I like that part of our community. So, yeah, I guess we're done. Like, I guess we talked about everything
that's
we wanted
basically
to talk
all we had
about.
to talk about. Yeah, we've taken up our, like, hour slot.
Yeah, it's gonna be over an hour. It's gonna be like an hour and 10, probably.
Oh, it's an hour and, like, 13.
Well, yeah, but after editing and stuff.
Oh, that's true. But, yeah, we just wanted to remind you real quick in case you forgot in the beginning of the episode. We're changing our schedule. We're just gonna upload whenever we feel like it.
Because we have a hard time with deadlines.
Yeah. We want to thank you for listening to this episode.
Yeah, we hope you enjoyed our little Pride episode.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in honor of June. Make sure that you rate us 5 stars on Spotify. And make sure to let us know if you have any topic ideas or, like, formatting ideas. Either by emailing us at teenagerstwocents@gmail.com or DMing us on our Instagram account, which is teenagers2cents.
Mm-hmm.
No capitals, no punctuation, just one word. And we'll see if we can, you know, do that stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so also we wanted to tell you really quick that some of the episodes we may have problems with the intro and the, like, outro kind of music thing not working. That's kind of what happened in our last episode.
Yeah, like,
so
we added it, like, when we were editing it, we added it, but when we put it on Spotify, it, like, wasn't there. Like,
yeah,
it's just
it didn't
not there.
show up. Like, I listened back to it to make sure that nothing was out of the ordinary, and it wasn't in the podcast. So if that happens in future episodes or in this episode, just ignore it. Like, just
Don't talk about it.
Don't talk about it. Don't bring it up.
We're figuring it out.
Yeah.
We'll try to see if we can fix it.
We're having some technical difficulties.
But other than that, everything should run smooth.
So we hope you enjoyed this episode of Teenagers 2 Cents with
and
Skipper.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye. We hope you enjoyed.